I'm going to talk about how to perform long division. I'm going to start out with this problem, 1,166 divided by 53. So our homework has two-digit divisors. And I know a long division can blow a lot of kids' minds, so hopefully this will be helpful, plus there will be other videos on my website. So what we went over in class is and one of the things we went over in class is how to start a problem like this. A lot of kids get stuck on how to start. But before I do that, I want to mention something that a lot of the kids learned last year, which was a little mnemonic that went sort of like this. And these are the steps for division. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. And the way to remember this is by this mnemonic. We look at the first letters in this list, and we say, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? So when a student is taking a test or just trying to do a long division problem, they can say, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? And that will help them. They could just write DMSCB, and that will help them remember these steps: divide, multiply, subtract, check, and bring down. So we're going to do that now, and I'm just going to put this to the side here. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? And I can use this as a guide as I go through my division problems. Now the way we started the division step in class is we used our estimating technique that we learned in the last lesson. And we started out estimating because not only does that tell us what a reasonable answer would be, but it also helps us figure out where to put the first digit of our answer and what that first digit probably is. So what I would do is I would first, when I estimate, I look at this and I round it. So 53 rounds to 50. I'm rounding to the leftmost digit. So I look at the 5, and I look at this 11, and I say, well, what can I change 11 to that's divisible by 5? Well, that's easy. That's 10. Then all the others I change to 0. Now keep in mind, I am estimating first. This is not my real answer. So I get 1,000 divided by 50. Now these both have extra zeros, so I can cancel out 1 on each side. That gives me 100 divided by 5. 5 goes into 10 twice, and then I just kick up this 0. So my estimate is 20. So that's going to be really close to what my real answer is. So now I'm going to rewrite my actual problem. Now here's where this is really useful. I don't know whether my first digit should go above the 1, or this 1, or this 6, or this 6. So here's how you figure it out. The estimate has 2 digits. So I underline these 2 digits at the very end of my number. My answer is going to be above the 6 and the 6. That's it. There's not going to be anything above this one or this one. So when I start here. And another thing is, my first digit is probably going to be 2. So I just did my divide step. So my next step is multiplying. I multiply this digit with the divisor. So I'm going to multiply 53 times 2, and I get 6. 5 times 2 is 10. And I put it here. And I subtract. My next step is to subtract. And I get 10. Next I check. is this answer less than the divisor? If it's more, I need to adjust this. If this is more than 53, I need to change this to a 3 because this number was too small. But actually, this number is less than 53, so I'm good. I passed the checking step. Now after that, what I do is I bring down the next digit in the divisor, or dividend, excuse me, and that would be a 6. So how many times does 53 go into 106? Well, here's your clue right here. I always like to save my work in case I need this again. And I already multiplied 53 times 2 and found it to be exactly 106. So it goes in 2 times. I put a 2 here, 2 times 53. Now that was my divide step. Now I'm multiplying. 2 times 53 is 106. Just reused my work from before. Now I'm going to subtract. I get 0. Now I bring down. Oh wait, first I check. Is 0 less than 53? Yes it is. Yay. Now I bring down. Oh, there's nothing left. So if this was not 0, I would put a remainder up here. But since it's 0, I don't have a remainder. And this is my answer. You'll notice it's very close to my estimate, which was about 20. And so this tells me that my answer is reasonable. I probably did it correctly. Okay, I'll do one more. Once again, okay, this one is going to be 1,989 divided by 15. And I'm going to write my steps. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to estimate. I'm going to round this up to 20. And I'm going to box this 2 up, box this 19 up. What can I change 19 to? That was divisible by 2. I can change it to 20. And I change these 2 digits to zeros. So now I have 2,000 divided by 20. I have a trailing 0 here and another one here. So I can get rid of those. I'm going to rewrite this. 200 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. And then I can just kick up these zeros. So my estimate is 100. So I'm going to rewrite my original problem. And so that was my divide step. No, not yet. So notice my my estimate has 3 digits in it. So I'm going to underline these 3 digits at the end of my dividend. So my answer is going to start right above the 9 here. I will not put anything over the 1. That's how I know where to start. Sometimes students will automatically put it right here, and then they'll get an answer that's way off. But this tells me I start here. I don't even have to think about it. And it also tells me what my first digit probably is. It's probably 1. There you go. Now I'm going to do my multiply step. I multiply 1 times 15. 1 times 15 is 15. Then I subtract. I get 4. Now I'm going to check. Is 4 less than 15? Yes, it is. Now I'm going to bring down the 8. Okay. Now, how many times does 15 go into 48? Well, if you don't know how many times, I mean, you can always guess and check. That's fine. But you can also estimate again. I'm going to estimate. 48 divided by 15. Well, I'm going to change this to a 20. And I'm going to box this 2, and I'm going to box this 4. And I can just keep this as a 4 and change the next digit to 0. So I get 20 divided by 40. I cross out these zeros. I get 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Now my answer is probably, my next digit, I mean, is probably a 2. It might not be, but it's probably. So I'm going to try that. Then now I'm going to multiply. Now sometimes students make the mistake. They multiply this entire answer that we have so far and multiply that by 15. But no, we just want to multiply the last number we wrote down, which is the 2 here. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 15, and that's 30. So I put a 30 down here, and I subtract, and I get 18. Now I'm going to check. 18, is that bigger than 15? Oh, no, it's not. So it looks like 2 is too small, so my actual number that should go here is definitely going to be 3. So I'm going to just cover that up and put a 3 here instead. And I'm going to multiply 15 times 3, and I get 45. So I'm going to put a 45 here, and I'm going to subtract 3 times. So I multiply 3 times 15 instead of 2 times 15. That's my multiply step. And then I get 45. Now I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. 4 minus 4 is nothing. And 3 is less than 5. So now it checks out. Okay? So that's my checking part. So see how the checking works? That's really nice. So that tells me that whether my number here is right or not. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to estimate incorrectly. It's okay to make a guess that's a little bit off or a lot off. This checking step will get you on the right track. And next, we bring down. So there is a number to bring down. That's 39. Now I need to figure out how many times 15 goes into 39. Now I'm going to use my work again. 3, if I multiplied 15 by 3, I get 45. That is too big. If I multiply by 2, I get 30, which is close to 39, but it's not over. So 2 is going to be my next digit. So 15 goes into 39 2 times, and I put that up here. Now my multiply step, I take this number I just wrote down, multiply it by 15. Remember, I don't multiply this whole thing. I just multiply that number I just wrote down, the one that I just freshly wrote, multiply it by the divisor. And I already did that here, 15 times 2. And I had that here. And then I subtract, that's my subtraction step. 39 minus 30 is 9. And now I'm going to check it. Is 9 less than 15? Yes, it is. Now I'm going to bring down. Oh, there's nothing to bring down. So this is my remainder. So I'm going to rewrite this answer so it looks nicer. 132 remainder 9 is my answer. Okay, so that's one way to do long division. That's the way the book explains it, but there are other ways. If you learned another way, like in Kumon or something, or if you found another video that does it another way, or you like guess and check, or something like that, you're welcome to use it, as long as it is a long division method. And I'll put other videos on my website, which should help. So hopefully one way or the other, this should become something that you are able to do. And if not, you can always email me if you get stuck.